Levi, Feb 25th, we're out for fight number 6, is it?
Fight number 6, first 6,
Yeah, your first 6 rounder.
Yeah.
Steve Wood told me your opponent's name, but I couldn't remember it, so you're going to have to tell me.
It's Daryl Tapfumer. Right. Pronounce it right.
Well, you're going to pronounce it better than I do anyway, whatever you say. But that's not important. The most important thing is the fact that it's your first 6 rounder so early on in the year, which hopefully this is perhaps a bit early to say, but your last real learning year, ready to set you up for a great 2024, I presume.
Yeah, last learning year. I'd like to say this year.
One for ladies.
I'd like to say this year would be my last learning year. I'd like to try and get a couple of fights. Someone's gonna. You got Sean in there, look.
I missed it.
I'd like to say that I've got a couple. Try and get a few learning fights in for the 6 rounders, and someone who's gonna, come forward. Maybe someone I'd like to say, come and give me a go this year. Then next year, I mean, even if there's another prospect out there, such as myself, I'll be open.
Well, hopefully, if we can, let's say we can get you out 4 times this year, that'll take you to. Would you be 9-0 then if we got you out 4 times this year?
4 times this year, I'd be 9-0.
Yeah.
So,
and maybe the last one of those could be an 8 rounder.
That's what I was thinking, because I thought there's no point really. I think really there's no point in me having 4 6 rounds this year. It depends how it all goes. I think maybe have 3 and at the end of the year just up it, because next year it's 10 rounds. There's no point keep boxing 8s and things.
Well, hopefully, I mean, what you really need is, if you get a crack on the big stage, we want to make sure you can stay on the big stage. So if you can finish the year off with an 8 rounder, and then maybe a couple of another prospects, like you just said before, prospect v prospects, another kid who's 7, 8 and old, same as you, and if you come through those fights, that means when you do get an opportunity to stay on the big stage, you fought someone who wanted to win as much as you.
Yeah.
Who wants to be where you want to be as much as you.
Yeah.
And the difference sometimes between winning and losing a fight is it's just minuscule. It's so tiny, and you only find that with those guys that want to win as much as you.
Of course. So that's really now. I think this year I'd like to get maybe. Hopefully, I get 4 fights in. My first 6 rounds, obviously, next month on the 25th. So this is another learning one to get the 6 rounds out. I'd like to get the 6 rounds out. If the stoppage comes along, it comes along. But I'm hoping to get the 6 rounds to know I can do the 6 in a fight. Yeah. I know I can do it in sparring because I've done it plenty of times.
You've been, Josh, we're in there. All the cameras are here down today because he's fighting for the English title. 2 weeks before you?
About 2 weeks before me.
Yeah, it is 2 weeks before you. Because he's fighting on a Friday, you're fighting on the Saturday, so Saturday. 15 days.
Yeah.
But you've been helping him out. I presume it's been perfect for you.
Perfect, yeah. Because sorry for stopping you there. Perfect for me because I'm not going to get anyone. For Reese now, he fights. Obviously, this is for the English title and is it WBA?
WBO International.
WBO.
WBO, yeah. No, IBO.
IBO is it?
IBO International, I think it is.
But they're international, so he's going to get not just be an English fight for the English title, be English champion, but also to get himself in world rankings and things. So for this fight here, he's been sparring. He's been sparring for very, very good. You know what I mean? He's been sharp.
He's been hard, vicious, isn't he?
Yeah, and when he spars, it's like he's not. I'm not saying he's a bully or anything like that, but he's not taking anything light. So it's keeping me on my toes, and I know when I've got to be in sparring, I know I've got to give it my all as well, because he's not wanting easy sparring, because he's got to give it his all. And obviously I know for me fight here, I'm not going to fight someone who's going to come fighting like him, because he's wanting to win this as like it's the world title.
Well, I'm going to go right back to your beginning here, because you didn't start your career with us. You had a fight abroad, didn't you?
Yeah.
Behind closed doors as well, wasn't it? And then you joined us, and you've had 4 very good performances. And you've sort of, you're the kid that I'm excited about, mate. I watch you, and you're not only just a beautiful boxer, but you've got every shot in the book, and you throw it in great combinations, mate, when you put your punches together. And you put your punches together, and you don't take a breather, you go again. You know, you're quite persistent.
Try to be. Yeah, I like to throw different punches, not I'm saying to you. You don't see no one like, I like to keep it, I like to throw, in fights like that, I like to throw different punches and things, because you never know on the land, you never know whenever the knockout comes on, it's only one punch. It's not a power punch, it's always the ones you least expect. So I'm always throwing different shots, I'm always looking at head and body, up the middle, around the sides, over the tops, and screwing them through, trying everything.
You're a joy to watch, mate. And I forget, because you're a very good amateur yourself. I was just looking at your amateur record, you know, because you box at a club I know really well, Sharp Style, for a short period, didn't you? And arguably, for the short period that it was open, because it's closed down now, it was probably one of the best clubs in the country. The champions that place produced was phenomenal, wasn't it? But one of your last fights that's listed on there, you fought that Adam was in?
Yeah, I'll tell you where that was, sorry. I had
youth championships, wasn't it? Semi-finals?
Yeah, I had two, that was the juniors when I boxed for them, cadets, and then I boxed Adam in the youths.
Yes, that's the one I was looking at.
I boxed Adam Azim, yeah. Yeah, I boxed him in the youth semi-finals, which I thought, truthful, was like, I thought it was his final. Do you know what I mean? Because the next day, he boxed with a kid the next day in the finals, but he beat the kid in the two shooter for the second round, knockout. So,
but you just lost on points to him?
Nah, I just lost on points, which Adam's a phenomenal boxer, you know what I mean? And I've got a bit of learning to do, so... Yeah.
Well, and also on your record, because I mean it doesn't show everything, but there's a couple of names that I've seen on there that I know from around our way. You beat a kid called Samson Burton. He was a very good kid. I think he's related to Jose Burton, the former light heavyweight champion, and a kid called Reece Delaney.
I boxed Reece Delaney, and he was in the juniors. Was it I don't know if it was the quarters or semis I boxed him. Beat him. I also boxed Adam Mohammed from like Repton up there. He beat me in the final.
Because you never won a national title, but you were always there or thereabouts, weren't you?
Well, if you name the lads who always won them, and I was always rather the semis or the finals, and I was always the lads that beat me. Yeah. So I was always there. Yeah, but that's what I mean. I feel like the pro ranks is now better for me because 6 rounds now I'll be getting them in, except for sparring and that there, you know what I mean? Like the 3 rounds, obviously amateurs, you need the amateur record. I think you need and have a bit of an amateur pedigree behind you, and
it looks like everything's just falling into place for you now. You're not 22 yet.
No, not 22 in September.
Right, so you're 21 and a bit. You just got married. You're about to have a kid, hopefully in the summer.
Yeah.
You must be buzzing. You must be in a really good place, mate.
Yeah. I'm not. Yeah, truthfully, yeah.
And how are you finding it here now? Because you're now surrounded by quality. You know, you've just seen Reece and Will Harrison and Josh Hargreaves in there, who are all good quality lads. And obviously you've got Maxie Hughes and Josh Warrington here. You know, is this not a dream for a young fighter to be in a place like this?
They're a bit of inspiration being here, because you're looking at Josh, you're looking at Maxie, and they've been on a big stage, and it's also looking at Maxie out there and looking at Josh as well, that they started like no big amateurs.
No, they were on the same small old shows that you're on.
Yeah, so and then all of a sudden, 10 pro, same little the boxing legend, centre box thing, the next thing for you, they're the world champions, so they're my inspiration, you know what I'm saying to you? We're all around about the same weight, do you know what I mean? So I'd like to maybe see myself being a super featherweight world champion, or lightweight, or maybe super lightweight world champion in the future. I don't know.
At 21 and a bit, you've still got probably time to grow, haven't you?
Yeah, 21 and a bit, I've still got time to grow. I'd like to think maybe when I get a bit older there, I'd like to say maybe I could do super feather or be lightweight world champion, because that would just be the weight, because at the moment in time, the lightweight division's absolutely booming, and to be part of, to say I was a world champion at the lightweight division, that'd be some doing to say, like, look whose names was on the lightweight champion.
But you also get the benefit of being in here, not just obviously training alongside Josh and Maxie, but when they bring the kids down to Sparring, getting ready for the world title, I presume you're moving around with all these lads. So it must give you great confidence in your career of how far you can go.
Yeah, we've got a few moves around. I've moved around with Maxie. Maxie's different, you know what I mean? We've had a little bit of a thing with Josh. Even if I'm on the bags and things like that, even advice is like, I would just like, oh yeah, I was throwing punching, what's he doing when he's fighting up there? And then like, just a bit of advice and things from Josh, and a bit of advice and things from Maxie.
Have you managed to, have you noticed your style change while you've been here? Because it's what, about 6 months now that you've been here?
Yeah, I feel like it's changed a good bit, yeah. You know what I mean? I feel like when I come here, it's like learn box again. It's like, I'm thinking you know half an idea, then coming in here, then saying like, oh no, like, straight away, feet, straight away, yeah. If you're chucking a 1-2, you're loading up your backhand, it's got to be in, like, back to basic, basic, and that's the main thing we're thinking at the moment in time now. Like I said, I'm 21, I'm 22 in September this year, so we're just getting all the basics, we'll polish all them off.
If everything went perfect and you know you stay injury free and you keep picking up these wins and winning in the style that you're winning as well, sometime in 2024, you know, like say you could be into double figures and ready for titles. You know? Double figures ready for titles. Which would be amazing, because you're not even going to be 23 years old. You know, it's a you know, I remember Reece turning over. You know, he's a young kid, and now he's a young man. And you know, he's just getting his opportunity now. You know, it could be a great place for you.
I would like to say that like this year is my last learning year. Yeah, I'm always learning through, being never too old to learn. But what I'm saying is this will be my last learning year, because I like to get 3 6-rounders. What would be my what I'm looking for? My personal
progress.
Yeah, I'd like to do that there. Then have an 8-rounder at the end of the year with someone tough and coming for a go. I mean, to say that.
Like the thing what Reece had last time with Jordan Ellison, that guy, because you know after Reece fought him, he ended up beating the boxer tournament champion, didn't he? Dylan Chima.
I was on fun thing as well about that. There, I watched Dylan Chima when he won that. I mean, because I was there as a standby.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I actually could have went in it, but it was just the lads before that. They obviously they was all entered just before Christmas. Then I boxed in was it January, February in Leeds?
Can't remember.
I think it was February, wasn't it?
Could well have been.
I'm not too sure, but
when you got your stoppage, was that?
No, because I got my stoppage afterwards, didn't I? I boxed that Adam Martinez.
Oh, that was it, yeah.
Yeah, Leeds.
He was a bit of an unknown quantity because he'd only had the one fight, hadn't he?
Yeah.
And
it was a bit, quite honest truth, it was a bit like, I thought myself, there's a bit more, plenty of people, like other men to box, like lads out there, than Adam Martinez from Spain. Who is he? Like, where's he come from? Has this been a good fight?
You impressed a lot of people. You impressed me on that night. I thought your movement and your variety of shots were wonderful, mate.
Yeah.
So, like I say, you definitely want to watch out for. I'm looking forward to the show on February the 25th at the Doncaster Dome. It's the first time as well that we've put on a show there, VIP.
Yeah,
we've always been at the race course, haven't we?
Always been at the race course. Doncaster Dome, I'm boxing it as an amateur. It's a good show, so I'm not unfamiliar with the place.
Did you always do well there as an amateur then? Is it good vibes for you?
I've boxed it as the championships. It's where I boxed Reece Delaney. It's I boxed another lad in it. I've got his name now. Boxing in the semis. I got right to the finals. Boxed Adam Mohammed, got beat on points. So I boxed it in the championships. So I've won and I've lost in it. So it's no. It's no.
No, it's a great little venue though. I like it.
It's like,
you know what it reminds me of? It's like a mini Leeds Arena.
Yeah, it's
you know
lovely.
the way the seating's put out
Yeah,
at the
the
back.
way-
Everyone's got a good view there.
The way the seating's put out, the way we've got a good ring walk. Do you know what I mean? Because I think that's what a bit more. I like a bit of that there.
Do you? I never used to like that part. What are you coming out to? Or do I have to wait?
I'm not too sure. I might change it up. Maybe a bit more time or something. I'm thinking. I don't know.
Well, listen, I'm really looking forward to it. After watching you today, you're looking really nice and sharp, like I say, and obviously helping Reece to prepare. He's prepared you really well.
Yeah.
So good luck for the 25th, and hopefully I'll be chatting to you and saying win number 6.
Win number 6, definitely.
Levi, you take care, mate.
Thank you very much. Bye bye.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.